What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to my review of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I did not review last week's episode. I'm not sure why, but anyway, I am back for episode 12. Excuse me, for season 12. What episode was this? Episode 10, I think, something. Yeah, episode 10, season 12. So let's jump right into it. So they're pretty much picking off. They're pretty much picking up where they left off from on. Excuse me, at Diane. Excuse me, at Sutton's house. Where Lisa's like, you call Diana a motherfucker, and you call her soulless, and Garcelle was like, but you weren't even there. And Sutton's like, well, she was pretty much making fun of my two miscarriages, and Erika says, not Erika says, I don't forget what Erika said, but I'm like, Lisa, shut up, because you weren't there. You were in New York doing whatever you were doing because you were scared that Lisa was going to show up. So I don't even know why you involved yourself and even said anything. So, and of course, Diana only gave you her side of the story. She didn't give you the full story, and she didn't give you what she was saying to Sutton and things like that. So again, Lisa, shut up. And so Sutton, girl, anyway, Sutton was like, I think we connected because we hugged and things like that. And I'm like, Sutton, you have to be smarter than this. You have to know that this woman does not care for you. She does not like you. You have to understand this. Like, it's obvious she's being phony with you. The same way that Erika was being phony with you, Diana's being phony with you. But Kyle talks about Diana felt like Sutton apology was phony, and Garcelle pretty much steps in to let her know that she's jumping ship and that she pretty much needs to mind her business. My thing is, when Garcelle got up and walked away, Kyle, you should have got up and walked away. But instead, you decided to keep your drunk ass there, and you're being very aggressive towards Sutton, pushing her and telling her no, stop it, and things like that. And you was even telling her that you didn't believe that she had a miscarriage. So Kyle, yeah, everybody side-eyeing you. So they go in the house because the ladies are cold. They want to go in the house, and they were all acting like high school girls because Sutton got a hit on Bumble, and they was like FaceTime and FaceTime. And I thought it was a cute little scene. Garcelle was giving Erika's giving Erika looks all night. If looks could kill, Erika would not be here. And she pretty much tells, her that at my birthday party, it was cool that you were having a good time, you were having fun, but by no means can you talk to anybody's child, especially my child, and tell my child to get the fuck out of here. Simple as that. I know a lot of people want Garcelle to go off on Erika, but I think people have to understand Garcelle's personality. I don't think it has anything to do with, she's black, so she doesn't want to see like the black angry woman. I just don't think that Garcelle is that person. You're not gonna play with her, but I don't think that she is, that person. And I'm glad she got with Erika when Erika was sober, because I've argued with a drunk person before, and I look like the fool arguing with a drunk person because they're not gonna understand, what you're talking about. They're going to forget it the next day. So I'm going to catch you when you sober, and I'm going to let you know, don't you ever in your life tell my son what you told him again. It's pretty much what Garcelle said, and Erika understood what it was, and she apologized immediately. She said I was rude. I was, things like this. And Garcelle even said, you're mixing the meds and alcohol together, and it's not a good look. Here come Kyle. I've known her for 7 years, and I've never seen her drunk once in her life. And Garcelle's pretty much like, girl, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. Then you go jumping ship again. Mind your business. This don't have nothing to do with you. And again, it wasn't your child. So, of course, you don't care. So, Cherie jumps in, and she's pretty much like, Garcelle wants you to stay as the middle person. Pretty much Garcelle wants you to shut the fuck up. That's what she pretty much wanted to say to you. But I'm going to say it for them. Kyle, shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut up. Um, Erika gives this excuse about her medicine and my meds, and I've been drinking. It makes me sleepy, it makes me tired, and blah 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 blah. Erika, what you did was it was uncalled for. They were a child. The only thing I didn't like was when, I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but I was like, Garcelle, come on now. Erika was like, before I insulted him, I gave them a compliment about how they're well spoken, how they're smart, how they're, great young boys, and things like that. And Sutton was like, because they were raised right. I said, I know that's right. But Garcelle was like, it means something more coming from a single mother, and yeah, I'm irritated with her, but she gets a point. And I'm like, okay, Garcelle. But again, this is how she chooses to handle her. But I think at that moment things were like probably never the same for them again, because you can tell Garcelle was not, she wasn't for that. Garcelle is out shopping with her boys at a shoe store called Cookies and Kicks, and I am a shoe fanatic. When I go to LA, I'm going to that store. I'll probably come out bankrupt, broke like Erika, but I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna buy a pair of shoes, or at least some laces, because the shoes were kind of expensive. But I'm going in there. But she's taking her boys out for shoes, and she's spoiling them. She said they've done right, they've done what they needed to do, so there's nothing wrong with that. And she's spoiling herself and things like that. You can see they show clips of her when she bought the beach house. They show clips of her when she bought her house and was having renovated and things like that. And I was like, my thing is, you have the money. If your kids are doing what you ask them to do, go ahead and spoil them. That's how I see it. That's what I would do. So, and Garcelle, you can never go wrong with a pair of shoes. You can never spend too much money on some Jordans. That's just how I see it. So I am in agreement with, I think it wasn't Jax, it was the other son, but I'm in agreement with him. These shoes are nothing. Over at Kyle's house, they are celebrating Hanukkah and her confessional. Dorit shows up, and child, in the confessional, Dorit was like, PK, he left and he's over in London, and she's back home alone, and PK's over in London setting up another scam, allegedly, so they can get more money for the robbery that they put on, because they're both actors, allegedly. Now she's scared again, and this, and I was like, girl, every episode, Dorit is going to talk about this robbery in some kind of way, some kind of shape, some kind of form. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing about it. I don't care. The audience don't care. The girls don't care. And child, to be honest with you, we don't even believe that it was real. But the kids are talking about Hanukkah. They saying what the meaning of Hanukkah was. They do prayers. They light the candles. I thought it was a really, really nice scene. With Kyle, Dorit and Kyle's family, all celebrating Hanukkah. So I thought that was a really good scene. Over at the madam's house, child, I don't know what the hell Diana was over there talking about. She kept licking them damn lips. I'm like, girl, you stay off that stuff, you won't have to keep licking them lips. Or get some damn chapstick, get some Carmex or something, because damn, them lips dry. She's talking about having a full house, and her dad didn't have any family. I don't know what the hell Diana was talking about, and the scene seemed fake, so I don't care. Kyle and Garcelle and Cherie go out to lunch, and pretty much Garcelle jumps right into it, and she's like, the other day when I was talking to Erika, having a conversation, you jumped in it, saying that drinking, you jumped in it, and I think the drink has become a lot. Kyle's like, she's going through so much in life, and she's being free and letting her hair down. And Garcelle says, you don't think that could lead to alcoholism? I'm like, oh, okay, Garcelle. I don't know if I don't think it's going to lead to her being an alcoholic. I just think that because she ain't got no money and she going through it, she's trying to hide her feelings. She's just going to drinking. I don't think she's going to become an alcoholic. But then again, who knows? And Kyle's like, that's a pretty dramatic statement. And I think it was a dramatic statement also. Like I said, I don't think she's becoming a drunk. I just think she's drinking to cover up the fact that her ass is going through a lot. It's just what people do. So Cherie jumps in and she's like, somebody who speaks to my son like that is a person who's not in control. And Garcelle's like, we need to figure it out so that it doesn't happen again. And Cherie's like, hopefully you guys can come and meet in the middle because I understand where both of you are coming from. And Garcelle's pretty much like, we gotta keep an eye out on her because this behavior can't happen again. AKA her motherfucking ass better never speak to my child like that again, or I'm gonna turn this goddamn show upside down. That's what Garcelle really wanted to say, so I said it for Garcelle. Child, back at Diana's house. Diana, her lips, and her gay boyfriend, and she's getting rid of clothes, talking about they're going to go to charity, and then here come Erika. I said, charity and Erika. Erika comes in super excited, because she doesn't have to be at the thrift store today. She can go through Diana's closet and pick some things out. It's the holiday season. It's the giving season. Erika has no money. Diana has clothes. She's not wearing them. Erika needs them because she keeps wearing t-shirt dresses. So it lets us know that she doesn't have any money. Like, she came in there with some biker shorts on and a t-shirt. I'm like, girl, times is hard for you. So like I said, she's happy she's not at the thrift store today. And she's over, in her confessional, she's saying, I used to have these things and I don't put value on things like this. And then over in the store, she's like, oh, I'm so jealous. But back in the confessional, she's like, oh, I'm not jealous. This is just, you can't put the value and price on these kind of things. And, pretty much good for her. Then over the, she was like, I'm not, if I want it, I can go get it. I'm not broke. Girl, you broke. You broke. You owe $2.2 million in taxes. You broke. We can tell by the way you keep on throwing a t-shirt on with a belt. You don't have no money. They do anything but your hair. And you keep giving everybody a damn candle. You don't have any money, Erika. It's okay. So, because you don't have any money, that's why you're drinking so much. And that's why you're trying to have threesomes and things like that, because you have no money. See, Erika, you're broke. Before you met Tom. Broke like that. Diana doesn't understand why Sutton doesn't like her. And I'm like, girl, what? Because you're a bitch. What you mean you don't understand why she doesn't like you? What? Okay. Erika was like, yeah, I stuck up for myself last year, and my biggest critics were Sutton and Garcelle. You stuck up for yourself because you were lying? Oh, okay. And they were your biggest critics because they were calling you out and trying to figure out what was going on, if they were going to get caught up in some bullshit. Because see, Sutton has money. Garcelle has money. You don't. So people who have money don't want to be caught up in bullshit. Okay. So she was like, I had to, so Diana's like, Sutton's had a fight with everybody, and I've only been in the group for 5 minutes, and now she has a problem with me. I think the issue is her. No, the issue is you. You and them lips, you and that sissy fiance of yours, you and your lips, you and your accent, you and your lips, you and your 5 different faces. Nobody knows who you are. You're the problem, sis. So in Erika's confessional, she's like, Sutton wouldn't survive that conversation. I'm like, girl, Diana ain't no damn body. Sutton be eating her ass up. First of all, you barely can understand what the fuck Diana talking about. She not making no sense. She don't want to be on a damn show. I hope she don't come back. Who the hell is scared of her? Just like who the hell ain't nobody scared of you? You know that. That's why you trying to be cool with Sutton. About I make peace with her. No, because she wasn't playing with your motherfucking ass this season, and she got back up. Anyway, she was like, Sutton was really shitty with me, and I just be peaceful with her. And Diana's like, oh, you're a strong woman, girl. Shut up. Sutton and Diana meet up for lunch, and Diana, Sutton's like, where do we start? Diana's like, Diana said, where do we start? Sutton said, let's start from the beginning when you said I was clumsy with my words. And she's curious on, why would you say that when you don't know me? And Diana was like, I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, girl, the benefit of the doubt? What? Oh, okay. And she said, I don't think you're clumsy with your words. I think you mean what you say now. And Sutton's looking at her like, girl, what are you talking about? I think it was Diana. Yeah, Diana said, no, Sutton says, I want to make peace with you. I don't want you to be mean to take shots. Diana says, well, you were provoking me at Garcelle's birthday party. And I'm like, did we not see the same birth? Are we not watching the same birthday? Are we not watching the same show? Girl, what? What? Okay. Somebody help me. How was she provoking you? Because you said you were supposed to be on bed rest, but then you're at a party. Girl, I can't stand that woman. And she was like, that's inappropriate. Sutton says, I didn't want. She said, I know what I did wasn't right. And I'm like, Sutton, okay. She said, but you mocked me about having a miscarriage. And Diana was like, she's rolling her eyes, and she was like, Sutton was like, I was trying to share my story with you. And Sutton's like, no, you were throwing it at me. And I'm like, she was trying to share the experience. She has two experiences, and she was trying to share the experience with you. I don't understand how you don't see that. Just like when people do stuff like that, like, oh, I went to that same experience, maybe here's how I got through it. Maybe this can help you out, and things like that. That's how people bond sometimes. People bond sometimes over tragic things happening. So she was trying to say to you, I understand, I've had 2 miscarriages. So I'm just like, girl, what? And Sutton's like, I don't share that story with people. And it's not something for her to share. Here go Diana. Oh, are you the spokesperson? I'm like, girl. Diana and her hat and these stupid lips. I'm like, girl, she get on my motherfucking nerves. Sutton better than me, because I would have got up and said, girl, fuck you. Now run back and tell Lisa that. And Sutton and Diana's even like, I feel like I need professional help when communicating with you. Oh, you need a translator? Is that what you mean? Because that's what the fuck we need. We need translators. Because we don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because you're an idiot. And, she's like, Sutton's like, you don't talk to women like that. You don't say things like that about women who have miscarriages. And she's like, you're very delusional, Diana. You're fake. You're phony. And I get it that these women, on these shows or these reality shows, you need to have somebody, who be the bad person, this and that. But my issue with Diana is you're acting like you didn't do anything. You're acting like you weren't being mean. You acting like when you met this woman at whose birthday party? Harry's birthday party. You were acting like you already knew her and that you had a problem with her. And you're trying to get her to stop saying this, and she was defending herself against Lisa about the tickets, and you had an issue with her since then. And then you go on a trip, and she's having a conversation with Crystal. They ain't got shit to do with you, and then you jump in it. And then when she yelled at your motherfucking ass, and you couldn't handle it and started crying, talking about, oh, it's because of I just had a baby, whatever. No, you couldn't handle it because she was getting your motherfucking ass together and telling you to mind your goddamn business. But you want to play hard now. No, see, what you really scared of her, and you don't like that. And you've never been talked, because you're a madam, so you've never been talked to like that. Stop playing with these women, or at least stop playing with Sutton and Garcelle. The Erika child, she broke, so she gonna be doing whatever she can with you. But stop playing with these girls. I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. Diana does. She's not, to me. She's not good for the show. She needs to go. If you so rich, I don't even know why the fuck you signed up for the show. Andy, please make this her last season. We don't need no updates on her. We don't even need to see her at the reunion, to be honest with you. She don't need to go on your show. We don't need to see nothing. Nothing. You hear me? She has to go. that was the episode. It was an okay episode. Next week is going to be kind of juicy. Kathy makes her grand return, and they're at a Christmas party. So we'll see how things go out. Erika was drunk again, saying some very nasty stuff about Crystal. So, like we said, we'll see how that plays out. But like I said last week, I think we saw where Garcelle stopped fucking with Erika. Simple as that. And I think this week we'll see. I think next week we'll see why Crystal stopped fucking with Erika. So it is what it is. Diana can go. I live for Sutton. I live for Garcelle. Matter of fact, I think I said this already, and I think everybody else who does reviews is saying this too. Replace Diana with Cherie. There we go. Everybody don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.